What you're about to witness is WWE's most shocking betrayal of trust in 2024, and it involves the most beloved superstar on the roster getting absolutely demolished by a part-time beast who doesn't deserve to breathe the same air as the locker room legends who built this company. R-Truth just got destroyed by Brock Lesnar, and honestly, this makes me sick to my stomach because this wasn't just an attack, this was a calculated assassination of everything pure and good about professional wrestling. The whole thing started as what should have been a harmless, hilarious moment that reminded us why we fell in love with R-Truth in the first place. Our man was backstage doing an interview, and in classic R-Truth fashion, he completely botched John Cena's name, calling him Ron Cena with that trademark confused expression that's made him a fan favorite for over 2 decades. The interviewer tried to correct him, but Truth doubled down, insisting that John Cena's real name was Ron and that everyone else had been saying it wrong this whole time. Pure comedy gold that had the entire WWE Universe laughing and sharing clips across social media. But here's where this story takes a disgusting turn that proves everything wrong with WWE's current direction. As R-Truth was walking away from the interview, still chuckling about the Ron Cena confusion and probably thinking about his next comedic masterpiece, Brock Lesnar came out of nowhere like the overpaid mercenary he is and delivered the most vicious F5 we've seen all year. Not a normal F5, this was a message-sending, career-threatening, absolutely brutal display of unnecessary violence against a man who was just trying to entertain the fans. The sound of R-Truth hitting that concrete floor will haunt me forever. This wasn't a wrestling move, this was attempted murder disguised as sports entertainment. Lesnar didn't just F5 Truth once and walk away like a normal person would. No, this monster stood over Truth's motionless body with that sick smile we've come to despise, flexing his muscles like he'd just conquered some great warrior instead of blindsiding a beloved entertainer who never saw it coming. What makes this even more infuriating is the complete lack of justification for this attack. R-Truth wasn't talking about Lesnar, wasn't challenging him, wasn't even in the same storyline. He was just being the lovable, harmless character that's brought joy to millions of fans worldwide. But apparently, that's too much happiness for Brock Lesnar to tolerate in his presence. This man has become so toxic, so completely corrupted by his own ego and his ridiculous contract demands, that he can't even let other performers exist peacefully in the same building. The medical team rushed to check on R-Truth, and the early reports are terrifying. We're talking about potential concussion protocols, possible spinal injuries, and God knows what other damage this beast inflicted on one of the most genuinely good people in the entire wrestling industry. R-Truth has a family, he has children who look up to him, and Brock Lesnar just put all of that at risk because he felt like showing off his dominance on a random Tuesday night. This attack represents everything that's wrong with WWE's obsession with part-time stars who show up whenever they feel like it, collect their massive paychecks, and then disappear for months while the real workers carry the company on their backs. Lesnar makes more money in one appearance than R-Truth makes in an entire year of busting his tail every single night, traveling from city to city, giving everything he has to entertain the fans who deserve so much better than this. The worst part? WWE's commentary team tried to spin this as some kind of statement from Lesnar, like there was actually a legitimate reason for this assault. Are you kidding me? The only statement this makes is that Brock Lesnar has completely lost touch with what professional wrestling is supposed to be about. This isn't about competition, respect, or even good storytelling, this is about a bully picking on someone smaller than him because he can get away with it. R-Truth has been with WWE for over 15 years, entertaining fans through thick and thin, never complaining about his position on the card, always willing to make others look good, and consistently bringing that positive energy that makes wrestling fun to watch. Meanwhile, Lesnar shows up maybe 20 times a year, demands special treatment, refuses to work with certain performers, and now he's physically attacking legends who've given their entire careers to this business. The locker room response has been telling too. Multiple sources are reporting that several top stars are absolutely furious about this unprovoked attack, with some even considering walking out in protest if WWE doesn't take serious action against Lesnar. But we all know what's going to happen: absolutely nothing. WWE will probably try to turn this into a storyline, maybe have Truth come back for revenge in a few weeks, completely ignoring the fact that this was a genuine assault that could have ended a man's career. What's even more disgusting is how this attack overshadowed what should have been a viral moment celebrating R-Truth as comedic genius. The Ron Cena bit was already trending on Twitter, with fans creating memes and sharing their favorite R-Truth pronunciation mistakes from over the years. Instead of celebrating one of our most beloved performers, we're now worried about his health and safety because Brock Lesnar decided he needed to remind everyone how dangerous he is. This incident perfectly captures the toxic culture that's developed around Lesnar's presence in WWE. He's created an atmosphere where nobody feels safe, where comedy segments can turn into legitimate injuries without warning, and where the company's biggest stars live in fear of becoming his next victim. How is that healthy for the wrestling industry? How does that help anyone improve or grow as a performer? The timing of this attack is also suspiciously convenient. Lesnar has been largely absent from television lately, probably negotiating another ridiculously expensive contract extension while the hard-working roster carries the show without him. What better way to remind WWE management of his value than by attacking a beloved figure and generating controversy? It's manipulative, it's calculated, and it's exactly the kind of behind-the-scenes politics that's ruining wrestling for everyone involved. R-Truth didn't deserve this. His family doesn't deserve to worry about his safety every time he goes to work. The WWE Universe doesn't deserve to lose one of the few purely positive figures in wrestling because of one man's ego and anger issues. This attack wasn't just against R-Truth, it was against every fan who's ever laughed at his antics, every child who's looked up to him as a role model, and every wrestler who's tried to follow his example of professionalism and positivity. The most heartbreaking part of this whole situation is that R-Truth will probably come back and try to turn this into a positive somehow. That's just who he is, the eternal optimist who finds ways to make the best of terrible situations. But he shouldn't have to do that. He shouldn't have to be the bigger person when someone tries to end his career for no reason. WWE needs to step up and protect their performers, especially the ones who've given everything to make this company successful. If WWE allows Brock Lesnar to get away with this unprovoked attack, they're sending a message that certain performers are above the rules, that contracts and paychecks matter more than basic human decency, and that the locker room culture they claim to promote is nothing more than empty words. The wrestling industry deserves better than this, R-Truth deserves better than this, and most importantly, the fans who support this company deserve better than watching their heroes get destroyed for entertainment. This isn't over. The WWE Universe needs to make their voices heard, demand justice for R-Truth, and hold both Lesnar and WWE management accountable for allowing this culture of intimidation and violence to continue unchecked. R-Truth may be down right now, but he's got millions of fans ready to fight for him, and that's something Brock Lesnar's money and muscles can never buy or destroy.